Hello my angels, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna give you some really fun fall activities to put on your fall bucket list this year. This list is gonna be full of things that you can do with your best friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, family, siblings, dog, cousins, cat, fish, whoever you wanna do these things with. There are plenty of activities. I think there's 41 things on this list, and some of them are very obvious and some of them are a little not so obvious. But before we do get started, be sure to like and subscribe so that way we can hang out more in the future if you love videos like this. Well, let's just hop right into it because this list is honestly pretty good, not gonna lie. Okay, so the first thing on the list is visit a pumpkin patch. Duh, this one's so obvious, but I can't even tell you the last time I went to a pumpkin patch. I was probably like 6 or 7. Not gonna lie, it's been that long. I don't know what it is. The past few falls, I just have not been super into it, but this year I wanna do all of the fall activities, which is why I've made a fall bucket list. But a lot of like pumpkin patches nowadays have other things as well, like fun little drinks that you can buy, or corn mazes, or hay rides, maybe some festival rides. A lot of them have other things included now, and it's not just a pumpkin patch where you go and pick a pumpkin and you're done. So I think this is really something that would be fun to do with anybody, even by yourself if you wanted to. And there's so many picture opportunities as well at a pumpkin patch. I'm a picture person. I love taking pictures anywhere I go, so that is always important to me. Visiting a pumpkin patch should be on everybody's fall bucket list. Next is a corn maze. I've never been to a corn maze, and I don't even know if there's one near me. I'm gonna have to look, but I've always been so scared of going to a corn maze just because of like the whole, you know, in movies and shows you get lost in a corn maze and never found, and it's super scary. So that's why I've never been, and also just because I don't know if there's one close by. But I want to go to a corn maze this year. I'm gonna have to look up, see if there's one near. Maybe there's a pumpkin patch as well near, and it's just a whole festival. I think that would be really fun. Just imagine taking your group of friends and going to a corn maze and maybe even getting lost. Sounds fun to me. Next one is make apple cider. I am not one for seasonal drinks. I don't love pumpkin spice, chai, peppermint, even hot chocolate I don't really love. I'm just not a seasonal drink person, but when it comes to apple cider, oh my gosh, apple cider is my favorite fall drink of all time. It's my favorite seasonal drink of all time. It's really the only seasonal drink that I will drink, but my mom the past few years has made apple cider like in a big pot on the stove or in a crock pot, and it's so good. Also, apple cider is good cold. I'm not a big fan of hot drinks. I will drink hot apple cider on occasion, but I do also love it over ice, which I know sounds crazy, but it's so good. Next is making s'mores. I love a good bonfire, okay? And I love s'mores. However, since I found out I was gluten intolerant, it's been really hard to make any s'mores. I don't remember the last time I made s'mores, to be honest, just because of the graham crackers. There are gluten-free graham crackers, but they're really hard to come by because when they are available, they're sold out everywhere. And so it's just really hard, but I'm hoping that I can get some gluten-free graham crackers and make some s'mores. We have a bonfire every year on my birthday. My birthday's in October, and maybe we could do this for my birthday this year. That'd be great with all of my friends and my family, and we're just around a bonfire making s'mores. That would be so fun. The next one is to watch nostalgic fall movies such as like Harry Potter, Hocus Pocus, Girl vs. Monster, Coraline, etc. I love a good fall movie, especially the Disney fall movies. Like you could make a list of all your favorite fall movies or just like Disney fall movies. I might do this and just watch all of them. Or I know someone out there has made a list, I see it every year on Pinterest, of all of the like Halloween/fall episodes within Disney shows like Wizards of Waverly Place, Good Luck Charlie, Jessie, like all of those Disney shows that we grew up watching. They found all of the fall/Halloween episodes and made a list of them. So you could also go back and watch all of those. This one's definitely staying on my fall bucket list because that sounds like such a good time, especially with all of your favorite candy, snacks, drinks. Ugh, you could even go to like a coffee shop and get a pumpkin spice latte or something, your favorite fall drink, and watch all of the episodes or just nostalgic movies. The next two are so obvious and I'm putting them together just because they're so similar, but that is carving and painting pumpkins. I love painting pumpkins, but I don't get as excited for that as carving pumpkins. And fun fact, I'm actually allergic to the inside of pumpkins. I break out into hives every year when I carve pumpkins, but I still do it because it's so much fun. But if you're not into into carving pumpkins. I know a lot of people don't enjoy it because it takes forever and it's hard, genuinely. It's an entire arm workout to carve a pumpkin. So if you aren't into that, I would highly recommend painting pumpkins. I've done this a few times and it's so fun because you would just paint whatever you want on it and it's not hard at all. And they'll last longer because they won't be rotting on your doorstep. The next one is sit by a bonfire. So this one also kind of goes with s'mores. But just imagine sitting by a bonfire with all of your best friends or your family, telling ghost stories or just listening to music, talking, drinking some warm fall drinks. That sounds amazing. And there's just like a cool, crisp breeze in the air. Oh my gosh. I love bonfires. And we don't really have them very often because we live in Texas. And so it doesn't really get like super cold. And when it does get cold, we're like, we don't want to be outside because we're not used to this. So we'll just have a fire like in the fireplace in the house. But I need to have a bonfire immediately, as soon as possible. Okay, this next one was actually on my summer bucket list and I didn't do it because it was too hot, but that is going to the drive-in. I love going to the drive-in so much. The last time I went to the drive-in was to see Toy Story 3. So it's been a while. There's just something so different about the drive-in. It's so different from going to the movie theater and it's so nostalgic because we used to go to the drive-in when I was a kid all the time. Tickets have gotten pretty expensive, not gonna lie, but it's so worth it. And they usually play 2 movies as well. So you're really getting 2 movies out of this instead of 1. So the price may not actually even be that bad now that I think about it. And they usually don't allow like outside food and drinks, but who's gonna check? You know what I mean? I've got to find a movie to go to the drive-in and see this year. There better be some good movies coming out. Okay, the next one on my list is to read a few thriller books. I'm actually currently reading a thriller book right now. I couldn't even tell you what it's called. It's been like a week since I've read it, so I'm a little behind. My best friend and I are actually trying to read it together and she just reads a lot quicker than I do. And when I do have free time to read, I don't want to read. I would rather watch YouTube or watch something, you know? I'm just such a YouTube watcher. It's honestly a terrible addiction, but I say that as I'm making a YouTube video or I just scroll on my phone. So I do want to read a few thriller books. The Housemaid is on my list because they've actually filmed The Housemaid the movie and it's coming out in I think November. So I better read that quick. I've got to get that right now. I'll probably just read it on my Kindle, but I've heard amazing things about that book and I've had a few friends tell me that I need to read it immediately. So tell me if there are any other thriller books in the comments that you have read that you love so that way I can add it to my list. The next one will not be staying on my bucket list, but it might be staying on yours, and that is visiting a haunted house. I hate haunted houses with everything in me. I just don't love the feeling of being scared for my life. Like I just don't love that feeling. But maybe, just maybe, I'll have to get over my fear and go. You know, you only live once. But like, I don't enjoy being scared at all. I don't love when people jump out at me. I don't love when people chase me. I may just have to get over it. I really might just have to get over it and go because it's such a typical Halloween fall activity. Okay, moving on. This next one I will absolutely be doing, and that is hosting a board game night. Imagine just inviting all of your friends over and playing board games for hours and hours and having like nostalgic movies on in the background or a fall playlist on in the background, and everyone brings a snack like for everyone to like pick off of or drinks, whatever it is. Maybe have like a wine night with your besties or something. That would be so fun. I just love being around my friends. I love the company of my friends so much, so I want to host a board game night so bad. Maybe I could also do that on my birthday. We'll see what we get up to, but my family has an entire cabinet full of board games, so we would have so many things to choose from, but this one's staying on my bucket list. This next one I've actually already done, and that is going to a football game. My best friend's husband is actually a coach at a middle school, so he has to go to all of the football games every Friday night, and I've just been going and like sitting with her every other week at the home games, and it's been so enjoyable. Like we just sit there and chat the whole time. Not that we have any idea of what's going on because we don't. We both don't really watch football, but we still enjoy it because we get to just talk and yap and yap and yap for a few hours and just catch up because we live an hour away from each other, so we don't get to see each other like as often as we would love to, but it's just a fun time. This next one I'm actually doing today, and that is fall nails. And I don't mean like crazy designs. I just mean like fall colors. I have like a dark red on my nails right now, which I think is really cute, but I want to do brown so bad. There's just something about brown nails that are so cute to me. So I'm changing my nails today. I need to like cut them because they're broken. These are my natural nails, so they break pretty easily sometimes, and then I just have to cut them all off. But I'm doing fall nails today. This next one is such a given, and that is dressing up for Halloween. I actually haven't dressed up for Halloween in years. I don't remember the last time I dressed up for Halloween. I am 22, and you're never too old to go trick-or-treating, but I do believe this year I am going trick-or-treating with my niece, and so I might dress up, I might not. If I do, it's gonna be something super easy that I can just throw together. Last year, I just did my makeup like the Joker, which was like enough for me. I didn't have to buy anything. I already just like had the makeup to do it. So I might do something like that again instead of like fully dressing up. But I love when people do like best friend costumes or couple costumes, just like costumes that go together. I always think those are so adorable. I've actually done a best friend costume before in like middle school. Me and my childhood best friend were thing 1 and thing 2, and it was cute. I loved it. The next one is have a fall photo shoot. I usually take pictures every year for my birthday, but I haven't the past 2 years. The last time I took birthday pictures was when I was turning 20. So yeah, it's been 2 years, almost 3 because I'm almost 23. So I need to this year. Even though 23 is not like a significant age, I just feel like I need to take some birthday pictures. Would that necessarily count as a fall photo shoot? Probably not, but I think it would be fun to grab your best friend or maybe a few friends and just go out and take some pictures. And maybe if your town decorates for fall, I think that would be cute. Or just going out, finding a bunch of like orange trees or a place where a bunch of leaves have fallen off and just taking pictures. I think that would be a really fun time. Next is do yoga outside. I've actually done yoga outside a few times. I did it during spring, literally this year, and I loved it. Honestly, doing yoga outside 100% beats doing yoga inside unless it's hot. If it's hot, I don't recommend. But imagine just waking up early in the morning, taking your yoga mat outside, watching the sunrise while you do yoga. With like a crisp breeze in the air. That would be amazing. I don't do yoga very often, to be honest, like ever, but I need to get back into it because I was doing it every day for a while and I miss it. My body is tense every single day, not gonna lie. Next one, again, it's a given. Go trick-or-treating. I'll be doing that this year and I'm really excited. I, again, haven't been trick-or-treating in years. I handed out candy last year. I think I'm going trick-or-treating with my niece this year. That is what I've been told, so that's what's happening as of right now. But again, grab your best friends. I don't care how old you are. Dress up and go trick-or-treating. Next, I've already done. That is decorate your room for fall. I actually decorated my room for fall yesterday. This video will be out before I actually post that, so don't look too hard, but there is a video of me decorating my room for fall. It's actually an entire like fall prep, so look out for that. It's coming right after this video. But decorating your room for fall just puts you in that fall mood because now your room's decorated, you can't really escape it. I was not ready to give up summer for a very long time, but I'm seeing everyone do fall festivities and going to football games and football season and watching football, and it just like brought all of the fall vibes to my brain, and I was like, okay, it's time. I need to decorate for fall. So I did yesterday. This next one I've actually started, and that is watching all of the Harry Potter movies. This has been on my fall bucket list for the past like 2 years, and I just haven't done it. I just finished the second movie. I did fall asleep during the second movie, so I had to do a little recap and kind of remember what was going on. Obviously, the third movie will be next, and I've always wanted to see all of the Harry Potters. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like a few when I was younger because my grandma loves Harry Potter, but again, I've never seen all of them, so I'm really excited to finally watch all of them. Next is trying a fall makeup look. I would love to just scroll on Pinterest and find a fun fall makeup look that I want to do because I don't usually wear a lot of makeup, and when I do, it's the same exact thing. So I want to try something different. As a kid, or like when I was younger in like middle school and high school, I used to love just doing my makeup for fun and like as therapy because it honestly is really therapeutic. And I just don't do that anymore. Like I don't ever just sit down and do my makeup for fun. I only do makeup like if I'm leaving the house or I'm doing something. So I want to just like do fall makeup for fun, even if I'm not going anywhere. Next, this one was also on my summer bucket list, and I kind of did it, kind of unintentionally, but that is stargazing. And this was also on one of my free hobbies videos, and people were saying how they live in places that have a lot of light pollution, which I totally understand. My old house where we used to live had a lot of light pollution as well, but I I do live kind of in the middle of nowhere now, so it's a little bit easier. So I know this one's not for everybody and you don't have to put it on your fall bucket list if it's just impossible for you. But if you did want to travel a little outside of town to where there's not as much light, I'm sure you would be able to see plenty of stars. But I think this one's just like one of those ways to romanticize fall a little bit. This next one is so simple, and that is completing a puzzle. Imagine, close your eyes for a second. Imagine a rainy day. It's a little chilly outside. You cook something in the crock pot maybe, or just one of your favorite meals. You have your favorite fall drink and you sit down, put on a fall movie in the background or a fall playlist, and you finish a puzzle. That sounds like the perfect day to me. Honestly, I need a good rainy day, but I don't think we have rain in the forecast for a while, but I need a good rainy day immediately so I can just like chill. I don't feel like I've had a day to just like relax and do nothing, but I really want to do a puzzle. I've been wanting to do a puzzle for a while, and I actually got one for Christmas and tried to finish it and didn't finish it because it was too hard, but this one's staying on my bucket list because I want to do a puzzle so bad. This next one is watching the sunrise slash sunset. This one was also on my summer bucket list and I kind of did it. I woke up pretty early a few times and saw the sunrise, but I didn't actually like sit there and watch the sunrise, so I would say it doesn't technically count. There's just something about waking up early, like with the intention of watching the sunrise. I know this is really more of a summer thing to do, so maybe watching a sunset might be more fall. I don't know. I don't really care. I just love watching sunsets and sunrises, but I do live like 5 minutes from the lake, and the sunsets at the lake are always so gorgeous. So I may just need to go sit on the dock, especially because it's not summer anymore, so no one's really gonna be over there, and just watch the sunset. The next one is to make a fall vision board, and I don't mean like printing out pictures and making a vision board like this. I mean like going on Pinterest and making a vision board. That is my favorite way to do it, just because you're not spending any money and it's super easy. I definitely want to do this one. Just go on Pinterest, create a Pinterest board called like fall or something simple, and then maybe add in pictures of the things that are on my fall bucket list, or like desserts that I want to make, places I want to go. I just love doing this because then you have like all of your fall intentions in one place and you can just scroll and look at it. If you're needing some fall spirit, there you go. It's super easy to just go look at that vision board. But I think I'm gonna do this today, actually. My hair keeps getting stuck in my earring and it's annoying me so bad. Okay, next is bake something from scratch. I love baking, but I don't do it very often. I would rather bake than cook. For some reason, baking is therapeutic to me and cooking is not. I don't know what it is, but I've been wanting to make sourdough bread so bad, but being gluten intolerant doesn't necessarily make it harder because you just use gluten-free flour, but for some reason, it just boggles my brain and I don't know why. And I've heard that making sourdough bread is super hard. I even have a bread maker, now that I remember. My mom got one for Christmas this past year. So making sourdough bread is definitely on my bucket list. The next one is going horseback riding. The last time I went horseback riding, I actually do remember. It was years ago. I was little. I don't remember how old I was, but it was so fun. Honestly, riding a horse is kind of hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ran into a tree, or the horse ran me into a tree, or I ran the horse into a tree. Either way, I ran into a tree, okay? Although that happened, it was still so fun, and I've been wanting to go horseback riding again ever since. I wanted to be a horse girl when I was little, okay? And that just didn't happen. So I want to go horseback riding so bad, and it's kind of expensive, really expensive actually, and I don't even know why. But the place that I went to as a kid, they still are there, so I just have to go back to the same place and it's not very far. So this one's staying on my bucket list. It may not happen, but we'll see. This next one I did a lot in high school, and that is going on night drives. It got a little harder when gas prices went up. Honestly, I loved going on night drives just for therapy, honestly, because high school was so hard for me. I was working 3 jobs, I was on a dance team, and obviously going to school all at the same time. So when I did have some free time, I loved to just drive. And I haven't done that in a very long time. I feel like just like as I got older, I was just like, I want to be home. I don't want to waste gas just to like drive around. But genuinely, now that it's starting to cool off a tiny bit, I have a sunroof. So I could just open the sunroof, roll the windows down, and just go on a night drive with the crisp fall air. I don't know how many times I'm gonna talk about the crisp fall air in this video, but clearly that's important to me. Also, just going on night drives with like your friends would be so fun. That's what I did in high school. Me and my friend in high school, we used to go on night drives like multiple times a week, and we would stop at Sonic and both just eat and sit in the car and talk and yap about life and whatever was going on in our little high school life. And it honestly is some of the best memories that I have from high school. This next one we used to do as a family every year, and it never turned out great, but that is roasting the pumpkin seeds from the pumpkin that you just carved. I don't even like pumpkin seeds, to be honest with you, or maybe we just made them wrong. I want to look up a recipe on Pinterest and try it again this year just to see, you know? I think we used to just like put some cinnamon and sugar on them, but I'm wondering if there's like something better that you can do. I don't know. I'm gonna look into it because I really would love to bake some pumpkin seeds this year. This next one, I'm not sure is possible for me because I don't know where I would do this, but that is going apple picking. I see it everywhere, every year. Movies, shows, just people on social media going to pick apples off of trees. And you may be thinking, Emily, that is so boring. Maybe it is. I don't know, but I would somehow find a way to make it super fun because I've always wanted to do it. Again, I'm just gonna have to look up somewhere that I could do this because I'm not sure there is a place for me to do this, to be honest with you. But for now, it's gonna stay on my bucket list just in case I do find a place to go apple picking. And this is also another great picture opportunity. This next one actually won't be on my fall bucket list only because my best friend's husband has done this for me already, and that is making a fall playlist. He is obsessed with making playlists just for literally any occasion, and he also makes like the playlist cover, and he's really good at it, to be honest. So I don't need to make a fall playlist because I already have one made for me, and it's really good actually. This one won't be staying on my bucket list, but I think this is just a fun thing to do if you're super duper into music. Personally, this would stress me out because I don't feel like I know enough songs to make a full like fall playlist. But if you are like really into music and you love finding like new music to listen to, this one's a great one for you. The next one is going on a hayride. Again, don't remember the last time I went on a hayride. I was probably like 7, just really young. But this one can also go with like the pumpkin patch and like a Halloween festival because I'm sure that's where you're gonna find a hayride, is at some sort of like carnival festival situation. And they usually just like take you in a circle. It's nothing like crazy, but it's such a nostalgic fall activity to me, and it's staying on my bucket list. It may not happen, but it's staying there. The next one is have a spa night. I know this one isn't technically like fall, but you can make it fall themed, okay? Last year I had these like vanilla bath salts. They're seasonal. They only come out during fall, and they smell amazing, and you get out of the bath and you just smell like vanilla. So good. Or you could have like a fall themed bath bomb or like pumpkin soap to make the bubbles in your bath, and have some apple cider. If you have like one of those bath like trays, they're amazing. You could put your iPad or your computer on it and watch a fall movie. So many ways you could make this fall themed, but I love a good spa night, and I love just treating myself to relaxation. I think that self-care is the absolute most important thing in your life, and if you're not having self-care, what are you doing? Honestly, you need to take time to yourself and just like pamper yourself. So you better put this one on your bucket list. This next one's actually kind of hard for me, given the fact that I am gluten intolerant, but that is hosting a Friendsgiving. I wanted to do this last year, but then I really thought about it and was like, I wouldn't be able to eat anything because I don't want to make everyone make all of their stuff gluten-free. It's hard, it's expensive, and some people just don't understand like how that works. So I may or may not be doing this one, but I know it's like something that everybody does every year, and it's something that's really important for some people. So I wanted to include it on this list just in case like some of you may have forgot that this was like a thing that people do during the fall, because honestly I did. But I do think that hosting a Friendsgiving could also go with like board game night or puzzles, nostalgic movies. A lot of these things could be put together. The next one is having a fall scavenger hunt. We actually did this when I was on the dance team at my high school. We had a Halloween party every year, and we would just go around the neighborhood and have a scavenger hunt. It was really just like based off of like Halloween decorations that we saw around the neighborhood, but it's super, super fun. You could also do this like in a mall or just like in your town, around your neighborhood, wherever you want to do this, and just like print out a bingo card. I'm sure someone has already made one somewhere. You could look one up on Pinterest. It is such a fun activity. Okay, this next one is so important to me, and I'm honestly so excited about it. I see them every year. It is making a fall simmer pot. If you don't know what this is, it's basically you get a big pot, put it on the stove, fill it with water, and then you put like nutmeg, cinnamon sticks, orange peels, or like orange cuttings, cinnamon, tons of other things in this pot, and you just simmer it, and it makes your house smell amazing. I see it every year. I see people doing it on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube, everywhere. And I saw someone on Instagram Reels last year do it with their candle warmer, and I do have a candle warmer, and I don't actually use it for my candles because it takes the scent away a lot quicker. I do turn it on every day with a candle under it, but the candle is very old. Anyways, I saw someone using their candle warmer to make one of these. They just got like a little cup of water and obviously filled it with all of the little things and just put it under their candle warmer. Are you kidding me? I have to do this. I have to do it. The next one is going thrifting for new sweaters, and not even like necessarily new sweaters, just like anything, just like going thrifting. I personally am not the biggest fan of thrifting. I don't love like digging through people's clothes that just came from their house, and I hate the smell of like thrift stores. I've done it a few times, and when I did do it, it was quite enjoyable, not gonna lie. And I do love the thought of like secondhand clothing, because I do think that clothing is overproduced, and I just love being able to take my clothes and giving them to someone who actually needs them. So I do love the whole idea and the thought of thrifting, but I've only ever been thrifting at Goodwill. I've never been to like an actual thrift store. So maybe that would make a big difference as well. But just like thrifting a fall outfit would be so fun. Taking your best friend and going to all the thrift stores around y'all and just finding a fall outfit. It doesn't even have to be cute, or like finding a fall outfit for each other. That would be fun. The next one is having a fall picnic. I love a good picnic, especially when it's not super hot outside. Again, this could be done by yourself, boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, a few friends, family, sibling, dog. This could be done with anybody. And I just love the idea of bringing all of your favorite food and drinks and just sitting on a blanket and talking to whoever you're with, or playing music, reading maybe, and just having a good time. Ugh, I love a good picnic, honestly. Okay, the second to last one is jumping in a pile of leaves. I used to do this all the time as a kid. I remember at my grandma's house, she had a lot of land. So obviously around fall time, we would gather all the leaves and it would be like a huge pile and we would jump in it. However, being older now, I'm scared of like a spider being in the pile, and then there's just like spiders all over me. It's things like this that just bring you back to your childhood and really romanticize your life again, especially like being older. I'm not even old, I'm 22, but like being older and not necessarily a child anymore. It's stuff like this, like doing things that you did as a kid that makes life really fun. And the last one, and I saved this one for last because it's towards the end of fall, and that is going Black Friday shopping. You guys, me and my family, well, really me and my sisters and my mom, we used to love Black Friday shopping. We looked forward to it every year, and then after COVID hit, a lot of stores don't open anymore. Even now, last year, all the places that we would normally go to weren't open. We loved to go to this outlet mall near us, and they're just not open anymore during Black Friday for some reason. A lot of people do Black Friday online now, which is just not as fun. We used to be out until 2 a.m., sometimes even later, Black Friday shopping, and we loved it so much. We wouldn't do like the crazy Black Friday deals, like waiting in line outside of Walmart to grab a TV or something. We didn't do stuff like that. It was just like going to the more like calmer places that are still having great deals, just not like what everybody else is looking for. Like we would go for clothes, purses, mainly clothes, and it was such a good time. I'm hoping that the mall that we normally go to is open this year. Anyways, although it's cold, it's still such a good time and I miss it so much. But that is all I have for you today. Hopefully this helped you add some things to your fall bucket list. If you have any more ideas that I did not list, please feel free to list them in the comments below for me and for everybody else seeing this video as well. And again, if you did like this video, please consider liking and subscribing so that way we can hang out more. I try to make videos like this every now and then because y'all really do enjoy them. But I am gonna love ya and leave ya, and I will see you next time. Bye.